Mr. Somkit Chilanantarat. He's Executive Board Member, Digital Government Development Agency, or we call it DGA. Dr. Somkit, please on the floor. Yes, Mr. Somkit, please.
Good morning. Thank you, Dr. Nantavan. Now I am the Executive Board Member of Digital Government Agency. But I must admit that I'm not used to working in government sector because all my life always work in private sector. I work in global technology company as an engineer. So my background is computer engineering. And I work in capital market as CIO. I work in banking sector as CIO. So I have been a CIO for 25 years. Since I was 34 years old. Now I am retired CIO. But CIO stands for career is over. But my career as CIO never over because I've been contacted by many organizations to help in terms of technology consultant right now. When I work in Stock Exchange of Thailand, in capital market, we have changed, back then in year 1990, we have changed the manual stock trading into computerized trading so long ago, 1990. And we have changed settlement system from script system into scriptless. And we have founded the company called settrade.com, internet trading infrastructure for the broker. Right now, all 100% of brokers using the infrastructure on SetTrade. When I work at banking sector, especially at Kasikorn Bank, I was CIO working in some of the big projects. The last 3 years, I've been assigned to set up a group of company called KBTG, Kasikorn Business Technology Group. And I was chairman of the group, setting up technology group to start off a lot of innovation projects, especially on blockchain and on machine learning, artificial intelligence. I have found that setting up the technology company is not that too difficult, but working on digital transformation like we will discuss today is not easy, especially if you want to transform a big organization. If you want to transform government, it's not easy. Then today, I think we may have a chance to talk about it. Thank you.
Next, Mr. Somkit, same question again. What do you think? What will the digital transformation mean for the ASEAN, especially coming from DGA, which is, is the organization that responsible for digital government in Thailand?
I think there are a lot of similarity on digital transformation. I think before we talk about the ASEAN, we talk about the transform. Why we need to transform? What's wrong with us, right? Something wrong with us. That's why we need to change. Anything wrong with the leadership? Anything wrong with the organization? Anything wrong with the services? Anything wrong with the culture? Anything wrong with the mindset? Anything wrong with the competitiveness? Are there anything wrong? Do we see it? Why we talk about transformation, right? When we talk about computerization, maybe 20 years ago, we can see, we see that we want to improve on operation, we want to improve on efficiency, we want to improve on something. But now, we cannot see, because the one who can disrupt us are someone that we cannot see yet. Sometimes we can see, but sometimes we cannot see. But we know that the one who can disrupt in the future are coming from a tech giant, a tech platform, right? A big guy, or maybe a fintech that's growing big, not a small fintech. But when we look at that, when we ask ourselves that our revenue is still strong, why we need to transform? The reason we need to transform is not because the revenue is going down. Because once you notice that your revenue is going down, it becomes too late. It's too late to change. That's why a lot of organizations, government, big organizations, right? For example, banking, are very active on digital transformation. But when they ask you, can you see any organization having successful digital transformation?
DGA?
I don't see one yet. Many organizations will say, okay, in the process, right? We are in the process. It is difficult, it's not easy. I'm coming from banking sector. I know that it's not easy to change. Especially from government sector, I think it becomes much more difficult. Why I say that, right? When you talk about digital transformation, what you need to do, two things that you need to do, is that we have to build up the capability. When we compare with the other technology platform, do we have the capability to compete with them? How we build technology capability and how we build innovation capability, right? In terms of building up technology capability, do we have good people? Do we have talent? How we attract talent? I know in ASEAN we have a lot of good tech guys. We have a lot of good skilled people. We have a lot of bright, young, technological people. But are they in your country? Or are they in Silicon Valley? Or are they somewhere else? Right? How can we attract them to build up the country, build up technology platform for the country, for the ASEAN? That, I think, one major question that we need to ask. The second question that we need to ask is, beside the capability, is do we have agility, right? Especially for the big organization. Do we have agility to change things? Because in the organization, especially big organization, you do things that you know for certain what you want to do, what are the results that you want to do. But in the new world, you cannot see the result. You just try it. You just try it. If you want to build capability for innovation, that means you build space for trial and error. Right? Because you don't know what will end up. What are the results? You don't know yet. But when you try, you can see what works, what not work, right? And then when you fail, I hope we learn something from our failure, right? So I think for agility is not easy for big organization. The third dimension is the mindset. Do we have the right mindset? For example, if we have to change the revenue model. Can we cannibalize it for the future? Do you dare to cannibalize it? It's not easy because the reason is that most of the organization, when you set the KPI, you set it for 1 year, right? The revenue for 1 year. Then the business sector who are responsible for that KPI, you try to protect the revenue. They're not looking beyond 1 year. But for transformation, you have to look beyond 1 year. How can you compete? How can you build up the capability for the longer term? So I think this is common, not just Thailand. I think it's common worldwide, right? Second thing, I'm talking about the capability for technology and capability for innovation. But second thing is that the cooperation among the Asian countries. If we want to cooperate, what needs to be changed? Do we have to change the mindset, right? Do we have to change the mindset for the regional mindset? Or we still have the local mindset? If we still have the local mindset, that means everything we work together, we think for the benefit of the local country first. Or we think for the benefit of the regional as a whole. I think that is different mindset. And if we cooperate and we look at regional benefit first, then everyone will have the benefit.
Mr. Somkit, the widespread adoption of technologies such as IoT, AI, as you're familiar with, fintech and blockchain, has been in ASEAN for a while now. I'm sure, you know. Therefore, what does the digital transformation look like in ASEAN? With all of these new technologies already here, you think we have to do more transformation, or we already transformed?
I think we are in the process of transformation. When you think about the reaping the benefit for the region, I think what we have to make sure is that first, how can we have the seamless money flow? Secondly, how can we have the seamless merchandise flow? And thirdly, can we have the seamless skill flow? Skill, I mean world-class skill, right? We have to build also the world-class skill. And with that flow, then we can easily build up, easier build up a platform. What platform that we need to build? I think one of the platform that necessary is the regional trading platform. Second is the education platform. Third is the healthcare platform. When we talk about money flow, how could we have easy money flow? Do we talk about digital currency? Can we have Asian digital currency using somehow the blockchain? But everyone knows blockchain also have limitation in terms of performance and scalability. Can we have a design? We are thinking about that design already. Can we have the design that we can scale, right? Scale the blockchain. We don't use the direct blockchain, but we use somehow a technique, right? That we can lead with the benefit of the blockchain that can create the trust layer. But anyhow, you need to scale. Because financial transaction, you need scale, right? Secondly, when we talk about the merchandise flow, I think merchandise flow is not easy for right now. For example, if people in Malaysia want to order durian from Thailand, how can we send durian to Malaysia? I know that a lot of Malaysians love durian, right? Singaporean love Thai durian. But how can we order it in the platform and then it's sent to me maybe a day or two later? If we can have that kind of platform, then merchandise can flow among countries. Thirdly, the skill. How can we build up the skill with the sharing of success, sharing of experience, and sharing of resources in this area? I think we can build up the skill, and the skill can flow among ASEAN. And the skill flow is not, it doesn't mean physically, it could mean logically, right? Because in technology area, I don't need to travel to Malaysia, to Indonesia to do some work. I can work in Thailand, right? If you have the right specification for me. So that kind of thing, I think is important, crucial.
Yes.
Right.
Thank you. What you mentioned is platform. Today is 11/11. what does it mean to us as a citizen of ASEAN? Have you been to Shopee this morning? Oh, come on. Lazada? Is that a platform for us? 1111. I'm sure everybody opened your mobile phone. First thing it came to you is 1111. All the discounts has been done. So that's the platform he was talking about. If you want durian, what happened to China? Boom. Order from Thailand. We got it.
May I add a little bit?
Sure.
Let's talk about platform.
Sure.
What platform really do for you? Not just something that we talk about, the share economy or sharing of the resources. But I think most important is that platform produce data. Today we need data. Data is our asset. If we know a lot of data, then we can use that data to do something else, valuable. But right now, who owns the platform? Right? The owner has data. Do we have that data in the country? Do we have that data in the region? That is the question that we need to ask ourselves.
I have last question for all of you, which how ASEAN can promote and encourage digital literacy and skill. We have touched a little bit of each, but I want to make sure that each, on your opinion, from different country, you have some different background. The ASEAN can equally make the most of technology. Don't forget, the technology comes and goes, just like you said. But can we make the most benefit as ASEAN? EU, we are different than EU. We all know that, right? ASEAN is totally different than EU. The EU has different kind of beneficial of their member state, but us as a 10 member state, what do you think, Andy?
When we talk about literacy, I'm not thinking about consumer literacy, because if you give them enough value, enough benefit, they will learn. But I think we need to educate policymakers, politicians, lawyers, regulators, and C-level executives so that they can change things. Because to me, digital platform is cashless, paperless, and humanless. Humanless. If you have these three combinations, you can build a good digital platform. For example, many laws still need paper to present something, right? You apply for something, you need paper. You need to change. You need to change the law. You need to change policy. That's why I said education, you need to educate the high-level people. Thank you.
We can come to the end of the session, and I really think that our panelists have really spoken to give you some of the thoughts that you can take away today, that how digital transformation will help ASEAN and how we benefit as a whole, as a citizen in ASEAN ourselves. And I would like to thank you, each individual panelist, and you get 30 seconds of each panelist. What you would like to say on the floor? 30 seconds, go.
Okay, I have A, B, C. A, build awareness. Attract talent, agility. B, be bold and think borderless. C, collaboration for the region and co-creation. Thank you.
Thank you very much for can you give us some applause for our panelists here, and we appreciate, and I hope you can take away